In this video I'm going for a walk down Mitcham Common towards the Gunsite. The tram line on the right hand side there leads towards Mitcham. I've just left the Beddington Lane tram stop. On the left hand side is a go-kart track. That's in Sutton. This is the southern part of Mitcham Common. You can see through the trees on the right hand side the industrial estate. This video was done Monday 27th of April, around about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Quite a good path. Not much noise from the go-kart track today, but there will be some trams flying past. There goes the tram, heading towards Croydon. So, as I say, I've left the Beddington Lane tram stop. I'm going to walk to the Gunsite. This involves this path, about a 10-minute walk from the tram stop to the railway line. And there's a footbridge over the railway line, then you're into the Gunsite area proper. I've got the camera attached to my strap of my backpack. And I'm holding it with my right hand. Hence the views are of the right hand side. You don't want to look at the left hand side. That's Sutton. Starting to see the golf course now to the right hand side. See through trees. You see that fence as well. So the tram line is now further away from us, on the other side of this strip of golf course. Just on the other side of that fence is a ditch, and it looks like some of this fencing has been replaced. I'm not sure who pays for that. Is it the Common Conservators? I'll ask. I'll let you know in another video. Seems to be quite a few pieces have been replaced. Just about make out some golfers over there. That part of the golf course is to the south of the tram line, as I've said. And the golfers need to walk across the tram line to get into it. More pieces of fencing, look like it's been replaced. I wonder if they paint the fencing. That's new. Bit more of a view of the golf course now. See the ditch a bit better now. That's brand new. Oh, it's attracted graffiti already. Oh well. Yes, quite a bit of fencing has been replaced. Because it has to be done every so often. There is a stile along here somewhere, nearer to the railway line. So you can cross from this path onto the golf course, but by being nearer the railway line you would really need to stick to the outer edges to avoid the golfers. Not that they get annoyed, well some of them do, but not that they get annoyed. It's more of a case of safety. Don't want to be them walking across the course where a golf ball is flying your direction, do you? Anyone is allowed to walk across the golf course, of course, pardon that. Anyone is allowed to walk across the golf course, as it is part of Mitcham Common, and the law of 1891, which protected the common, stipulates the common must be open to all at all times. Well, there's quite a gap, isn't it? Still. Ditch is quite deep. The ditch is a ditch, as what ditches do. Also it's a deterrent against motorcycles getting onto the golf course and ruining things. Oh, there's that stile. Oh yes, you can climb over the fence there, get onto the golf course near the edge. So we're coming near to the railway line now. Here's the railway bridge. The ground is uneven here. This is a nature reserve, not a park. Quite an old bridge. Oh, look at that. Encountered someone coming the other way. All the way from Beddington Lane, I didn't encounter anyone up until now. So this is the railway line connecting Mitcham Junction and Hackbridge. So it's part of the Sutton Loop. And there's a southern train on its way to Victoria, next stop, Mitcham Junction. Thameslink also use this line. They run from Well, St Albans, all the way to Sutton. At the bottom of these steps from this footbridge, there was a V-shaped I-beam construction to try and prevent motorcycles getting up there. But someone cut it off, which must have taken a bit of equipment to do. So these mounds here is an attempt to prevent motorcycle incursion, but it seems to have worn down quite well. So not much use now. This path is now running along the southern side of the gun site, heading due west towards the Carshalton Road. To the left is Sutton, and to the right is the gun site. There are some paths going through this wooded area. This is quite an old woodland. I will read from the leaflet from the Ecology Centre. The gun site is home to some of the oldest oak woodland on the common. Elsewhere, the open grassland was maintained until relatively recently by grazing, and so most of the woodland on the rest of the common has established only in this century. The oaks lining the southern edge of the gun site, which is where we're walking now, are the oldest. They were probably planted as boundary markers. Aerial photographs taken towards the end of the Second World War show that while the anti-aircraft guns were in place, the area that is now woodland was then light scrub and had previously been a gravel pit. But the southern boundary is clearly defined with a stand of mature oaks. The shady, damp woodland edge is the ideal place to spot this speckled wood butterfly, its wing markings blending perfectly with the dappled sunlight. It is not unusual to see two males spiralling up towards the canopy as one defends its territory from the intruder. Yes, so this is the woodland area. That clearing that you can see now, this path that leads into it, unfortunately quite often is used as a campsite for motorcycle gangs who come over. I say gangs, they're not criminal gangs, as far as I know. For the motorcycle riders who come over at the weekend. Yes, it's quite pleasant walking through here, this old oak woodland. This being April, the trees are not full of leaves yet. It's quite interesting, you can see through them. Like this sunny April day. Starting to see a bit of a clearing coming up now. So we say this Oakland area is on the south side of the gun site, the southeastern side. But this clearing we're coming up to is more of the acid grassland that is a feature. I'll go back to the leaflet. The gun site is one of the best examples of acid neutral grassland on the common, a type of grassland now scarce in the southeast of England. The habitat is a valuable resource, one that supports a range of interesting flora and fauna. Several species of plants that are rare or uncommon in the London area are to be found here, including dwarf gorse, purple moor grass, devil's bit scabious, sawwort, mat grass and harebell. I've not actually seen any dwarf gorse on this bit. I've seen some on other parts of the common. I'll do that in a video later. So now I'm going to go into this clearing. This path will lead through the centre of the gun site and up to the northwestern part where the train station and tram station is of Mitcham Junction. Now I am wary of walking through this area because there's a dog walker with a huge number of dogs that are not on leashes. And I think I can spot some dogs over there in the distance. So I'm going to keep walking and hope nothing happens. Looks like one of them's going to come over and and say hello. There's quite a few dogs there. On previous occasions I think I've counted about a dozen. Chap's there every day. If he is a dog walker, he must be earning quite a bit of money. Hello, dog. Where's your dad? Hello, dog. Purple moorgrass and matgrass are both usually found on the moorlands of northern England and are seldom seen in the lowlands of the south, particularly this close to London. Large tussocks of purple moorgrass favour damp soil, whereas the short, matted tufts of matgrass tend to prefer dry conditions. Near this little clump of trees is a bench, so I had a little sit down there and drank some water, and I'll continue walking. So what we're looking at here is acid grassland. I think this is a characteristic of Mitcham Common, and possibly other commons. If you read the entries in the Domesday Book by the Normans, they refer to the common areas as waste, which is what they were. They weren't able to be turned into farmland, but good enough for grazing animals. That's what the basis of the common was. This particular common was being ruined by gravel digging for the Victorian building boom for making roads and stuff. Gravel is also used in concrete. And in 1891 an Act of Parliament was passed to protect the common from further encroachment and loss and gravel digging. And what we have today is a 460 acre, 182 hectare nature reserve. Now the literature has been saying for some time now, these numbers, 460 acres, 182 hectare, but they're not actually equal. I converted one a couple of years ago and it didn't come up with the other one. So I questioned the Mitcham Common manager about this. He said, oh, I don't know. So what we decided to do was to stop publishing the acreage figure. So now if you see an entry about Mitcham Common, it says it's 182 hectares. I think the discrepancy was about 10 acres. There's something to do with the roads. I'm not sure. This footpath here is now on the northern side of the gun site. I'm coming near the end of my walk. I'm not going to video the road and the tram stop itself, but you'll be able to hear the wheels of trains or trams, which is just to the north of here, the other side of that wood. Well, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Press the like button. Leave comments. Bye for now.